not quite fully light yet because it's early. It's 6:30 in the morning. About a 6-hour drive to Charlotte. Got a Swing Thought Tour event there in tomorrow, 2-day event. But I'm gonna stay up in North Carolina because there's a Swing Thought event on Monday, Tuesday. So instead of driving 6 hours, 7 hours playing, just gonna stay up there and play a little bit of golf around the Charlotte area and just practice up there. But it's also cool because Kelly is coming with me for this stretch. Tour wife life. Bringing our dog too because we're gonna Airbnb it. So it's a little family affair. Hopefully that keeps me in good spirits. I asked some questions though on Instagram yesterday for Kelly, for y'all to ask Kelly, and some good ones came in. So on this little road trip part of today's vlog, we're gonna get to know Kelly a little bit more. And then when I get to Charlotte, I'm gonna go to the golf course and start scouting it out. A lot of courses are closed on Mondays in North Carolina, so it's one of those bummer things that I got an email on Saturday about. They're like, oh, plan accordingly. Couldn't really do much, so can only just check it out again. And not much practice today, so it's gonna be just an interesting way to prep mini tour life. Just gonna have to be really good with my mental game and visualization. So let's go to North Carolina. First stop on the road trip to let Addison get a little potty break, stretch her legs out, and let Dad take a little potty break and stretch his legs out. We'll ask Kelly some questions that y'all asked. So when Andrew is mad or frustrated with his game, do you talk to him or keep your distance from him a little bit?
It depends. Like sometimes if I know he just needs, because I'm kind of the same way, like if I had a bad day or just frustrated and you know, after he vented, I just kind of give him that space and then just let him sort of cool down. I know he'll probably need to listen to some music but other times, like if he is a little bit more frustrated and still down on himself, like I'll try to be more encouraging and say like, it's always next time, it's supposed to be for fun.
Yeah, like you'll help me look at the bigger picture. But oftentimes if I'm out of town, so it's always over a phone call after a round or, yeah, I don't really need my space after. But you can tell if I'm like, there's been stretches where like a few missed cuts in a row and I'm just like, oh, I'm not enjoying being on the road. Yeah. I'd rather be home.
Sometimes I get frustrated too. I'm like, oh, you should have played better, or why? Like, so it, you know, I have to kind of keep my mind in check too, because obviously I want him to do well.
Okay, following along with this, when should Andrew look for another profession?
You have too many already.
I mean, most people see it and they think, oh, I make no money playing golf. I have other jobs. YouTube's a job, speaking's a job. I do video editing. I do a lot of other stuff, and I'm one of thousands of guys in North America that are playing mini tour golf and maybe breaking even, making a few thousand or losing a few thousand. So
yeah, you know, this is, I mean, we've talked about it. Obviously, all of the like sponsorships and different things like totally help.
If I keep playing like shit, I can't support our future and our family. So when that bridge, if we have to cross that bridge, I'll look for another job. I'll look for more stable income. But Kelly's encouraging and never like, oh, stop doing what you're doing. If I start losing us money, then I won't do it. And I think a lot of people maybe need to hear that because they think I'm just like some aimless dreamer. Like this isn't putting me in the hole anymore, and it's not putting us in the hole. So
yeah, I think that's where if anybody either has hesitations, thinks like, oh, because Andrew doesn't win necessarily a lot of tournaments per se, or a lot of money in tournaments, or maybe you're thinking that for yourself or your spouse, whatever the case may be, you do have to have other like methods of income, I think, to be able to be in the spot where he is, which he does. He grinds it out like probably one of the hardest working people that I know. And so between whether it's speaking, between brand deals, between YouTube, I mean, there's all these little Easter eggs of nuggets of like income. So although I have like one form of, you know, salary income, he's got a bunch of different things going on. And so I think if you have the ability to stay like grounded and be consistent with that, and put in the work, like, it's going to come financially. And like he said, he would never put us in a spot not to be in.
This isn't like a mean question. I think it's just see if Kelly is on board or that. But yeah, we'll go one more, and then we got to get driving. This is a good one from Parker. Follow around the course or wait on 18.
Wait, say that again?
So like follow me around on the course or just wait for me on 18.
I don't, like, during a tournament?
Yeah, like, would you go
Walk
and watch
around
all
every
the
hole?
shots, like follow it, or would you just wait till I come in?
I guess it depends. Like, I never have actually done that. Like,
You've come and seen a few holes of Q School last year.
Yeah, but that was a little bit different. But
yeah.
I mean, if he was playing in a really good tournament or like it meant a lot to him, of course I would go and watch every hole.
Yeah, like these mini tour events where we're in carts, that can't. But like, let's say, okay, we live in Jacksonville. Let's say I'm in the Players. Are you gonna follow every hole, or are you just gonna kind of like wait for me to come in? You'll like follow a few holes.
I'd probably follow like a decent amount, or I'd pick like 1 or 2 good holes. Like, obviously, if you're playing Players, I'm gonna post up on 17.
Yeah.
You know, those types of things where I want to like, or at 18 afterwards to be there for your finish. But I wouldn't just like wait at the last hole and like, okay, see you when you're done sort of thing. Like, I'd want to encourage him throughout the way and be there. So
it's good to know. Good to know. Fillet, the lineup was long, and I looked at a couple questions. So we're gonna drive. I'm gonna drive. Kelly will tackle some of these questions that I've memorized. So this is kind of like a two-parter. Do you play competitive golf?
Well, I mean, if you just watch our vlog, my putting pretty much looked like that. No, I'm just kidding. No, I do not.
So then someone else asked, did you play golf before meeting me?
Not competitively, but yes, I did play golf in high school. I was actually the captain, but I really have not played golf almost since high school. So if you guys can believe it, I have not played, even since marrying or dating or whatever this guy, not even played a full 9. So that would be an interesting vlog.
That would be challenging.
Terrible.
I mean, shout out to some of the viewers that dig the brand deals and the sponsorships. This question was, what do you think about Andrew's Manscaped sponsorship?
It's real smooth.
Yeah, so that's a good quick plug. Manscaped is the sponsor of this video. Obviously, we were very appreciative of Manscaped believing in the channel and believing in my career. And the product's legit. I use it. Kelly can vouch for
It's seriously though. It's like
it's good.
So smooth, like it's crazy.
And no nicks. See, they have a bunch of packages online where obviously you can get 20% off with my code Andrew20, but the perfect package 2.0, you get the lawnmower razor, you get the plow like straight blade, you get the crop refresher and the crop reviver. One is a deodorant for your balls, and the other is a little spritz for your balls if they're getting a little stanky. And it all does come in a nice free package, like a toiletry bag. So shout out to Manscaped. If you want to have smooth balls, because smooth balls matter, take it from me, take it from my wife. The link's below in the description.
Yeah, if you guys are single, you might need Manscaped to...
And even if you're married, doesn't mean...
Yeah, no slacking. No slacking.
Trimming your chest, your stomach, your back, your balls. Manscaped.
No sweaters.
We love you. We love you, Manscaped. So thanks for sponsoring this video. Next question I remembered. Kelly didn't know these questions.
No.
So it was asked like 2 or 3 times. How did we meet?
Yeah, Bumble, actually.
We met on Bumble. So hey, Bumble, if you wanna do some brand sponsor deals, we're your couple. Yeah, we met on Bumble.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, weird.
We're like an hour to Charlotte. We're going to check into our Airbnb, and then I'm going to go to the golf course, and I'm going to take you to the golf course. That's why you clicked on this video. You want to see how we prepare for tournaments, but this is a little bit different preparation when you bring your family. So we'll see you at the golf course. They say there is a first time for everything, and I think this is the first time that I've ever embarked on just straight up walking a golf course with my backpack on to like film, drone, and scout it out. I've walked 9 holes to check a golf course out because it was raining and I couldn't get and play a practice round, but it's a beautiful day. The golf course is closed. Thankfully there's no gate or anything to get here, so I legitimately have to come out here and just walk it and look at it. It's all out in front of you, it's straightforward, but there's just a lot of rises and falls where you can't really see what you're hitting to. So yes, this is a fine course to play blind and use a little GPS maybe to show on the map, but being able to see it right now, I'm seeing the greens are very small. A lot of them have like kind of false edges off the back or side. Each green kind of, it's one or the other. So it's like staying below the hole or to the right side of the hole. And there's trees, like it's very forgiving, but you're zapping trees. For example here, like this tree on this hole is 301 from the tee up there. But if you pulled it, it's a 388 yard hole. You pull it, you could bounce it through this and cart path, and you never know, it could make its way there. So it's almost like you want to hit something about 270 to 280, maybe like a 3-wood or a 2-iron, depending on the wind. So you have 100 yards to that pin. And then we have a par 5 here where I'm teeing off back there. Basically have to hit it over those trees and not too far left, because then you're just in the driving range. I don't think that's out of bounds, but not too far right because you might not cover that little corner. But there's trees, like there's a 278 tree, there's a 323 tree, so it's kind of like keep it between that. So seeing it is very beneficial, but I think anyone that is playing it blind probably would be doing all right, because you just got to zap it. You can see the trouble. You can see where a push will go, where a pull will go. So it's generous. Greens are small. Greens are pretty smooth. On the 7th hole, 11 more to go. Skies are getting darker. The thunder is a-rolling. The wind is picking up, but I'm getting quite lucky because basically there's a housing development like the entirety of this back 9. So I've taken my car and I drove along the 10th hole, got outside the top 10th green, 11th tee, 12th green, 13th par 3, 14th hole is right here, 18th hole is right here. I'm not gonna come to this back 9 blind. I've got a feeling of everything. And thankfully, like I've been saying, it's quite out in front of me. The weather is trying to keep me from walking this, but thankfully this development is letting me do it. So I hope you're learning something from this totally makeshift mini tour life. Drive 6 hours, check out a golf course. It's closed. Try to garner as much information as you can to feel prepared for a tournament. And not being able to swing a golf club today, that kind of stinks because the range is closed here, and maybe this storm will pass and I can hit some chips and putts, but for all intents and purposes, I feel pretty prepared.